Welcome, fellow data analysts. Welcome to another video on how to use Tableau for data analytics. In this video, I will quickly review with you the typology of data in Tableau and how you can change the data types in Tableau. To begin with, the data set that you can see on the screen is a portion of the Superstore data set, a sales commission data set that I've imported here. I also appended two variables for the sake of this demonstration and practice, which are country and qualified variables onto this data set. And to begin with, there are countingly seven data types listed on Tableau data typology, and how you can see a data type for a variable is simply by looking for the data type logo or data type shape or symbol on the left corner of each of your variables. For example, this is a Boolean or a dichotomy variable, and you can see that it's a T and F, which is true and false. This is a geographic data type, and you can see there's a map symbol. This is numbers and ABC or characters or string variables. And this is a calendar symbol, which represents date and time variable. So to begin with, the first variable is a number variable. The first data type is number data type in decimals. A decimal number is any number that has a fraction or any number that has decimal point to it. For instance, 3.5 is a decimal number, while 3 in its own self without a decimal point is a whole number. A whole number is also sometimes referred to as integers, where a number does not have a decimal or fraction to it, and it stands alone as a whole number. So both whole number and decimal numbers have adopt the same sign, which is the ash or number sign here. And if we have since this variable is a whole number, you will not Tableau has automatically adopted the whole number when I imported the data set on the Tableau. So this something importantly to mention is that um, Tableau has an algorithm embedded in it that each time you import a data set with all its variable, Tableau automatically assigns data types to your variables. And Tableau uses a very accurate calculation to make sure that the typology of data or the data type that it assigns to your variable is as close and accurate as possible. So as you can see, Tableau automatically categorized this variable as a number, but the whole number variable, because as you can see, these are numbers with no decimal points in them. And if any of these numbers had a decimal points in them, then we would have a decimal number variable automatically selected here. The third type is date and time. So this is our variable with date and time or date um, variable sign, in which case as you can see, we have date in the form of MDY and then HHMMSS. So it's a complete date and time. It's a complete date and time variable. And if we were to change this to only date, then as you will see in a second, all your variable will change to only date. So it will extract the date out of the long date and time variable. And if we click back on date and time, we're going to capture both date and the time for that variable. Um, the fifth one is the string variable. Depending on the tool or technology that you use, string variables have different names. In R, they're called as character variable. or in Excel or Microsoft as platforms. They're called as text variables. So Tableau call them string variables. And string variables are categorical or nominal variables where there is no involvement of numbers in them. As you can see, we have two string variables, and they're represented again with the symbol of ABC. And these two variables are region and salesperson. The fifth, the sixth one is the Boolean variable or dichotomy variable, it's this variable where we have only two binary data types, true and false here. So again, Tableau automatically assigned Boolean variable for this specific variable, given that it only includes the two values or the two binary values of true and false. And lastly, geographical variable data type is another, last but not least, important data type that you should know, and it's simply geographic data, and they can be broken down into a variety of geographical roles ranging from airports to zip codes and postcodes. And again, Tableau has a strong algorithm to identify a geographical role. And since we have a list of countries here for the country variable, and Tableau has automatically assigned country for this variable. And let's see that if Tableau makes a mistake of assigning a country variable or geographical role to a variable that has all the names of cities, then we can simply go to geographical role and change that to city. And also, or if it's county or any sort of jurisdiction that or any other type of geographical roles, including jurisdiction, zip codes, cities, etc. And this is although Tableau allows automation of a variable assignment, you have the liberty of going through your variable types and changing them as you require. And lastly, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for your time.